So welcome to the AEW Revolution Prediction Show. This is the series that I, this is another one of my series I do where I go over the pay-per-views, I go over the wrestling pay-per-views, and then I predict them as to who I think is going to win, and then when I do the review for them, I'll do the review, and then I'll also see if my predictions are right or not. So AEW Revolution 2026 is on tomorrow. And, yeah, it's a stacked card. So, they got, an AEW pay-per-views are usually 5 or 6 hours. And they got 12 matches on this card so far. And that's including the 0 hour, the pre-show. And they actually have pre-show matches. So, one of the matches they got listed on here for 0 hour, which personally I don't think this should be on the pre-show, is Willow Nightingale versus Leela Cross for the TBS Championship. So they seem to be putting Willow Nightingale in the 0 hour. Like almost every pay-per-view she's on the 0 hour. Like she's a double champion. She should be on the main pay-per-view. Like why is she stuck on the pre-show all the time? Like I've been a fan of Willow Nightingale for a little while. My all-time favorite was Riho, but she kind of disappeared. You know, it would be fun if I did a review for AEW Double or Nothing 2019, just do a watch along. But yeah, and then I like Cheetah and Baker, and yeah, and I've been following Willow Nightingale for a while. I think it's because she has that happy gimmick. She comes in smiling and just, that's what I like about the Bayley gimmick. But yeah, so that's just my little rant. I mean, Willow Nightingale's over with the crowd. Her tag team's over. She's popular with the crowd. I think she should be featured on the main card, on the main pay-per-view card, instead of being stuck in pre-show. Especially since it's a championship match. But that's just my opinion. So, anyways, to get on with this match, I think Willow Nightingale is going to win. Leela Cross she's still new. And I haven't really watched too much of her matches yet. But yeah, I don't think they're going to put the title on Leela Cross just yet. So I think Willow Nightingale is going to retain the title. I'm glad she's defending the title though. So, and then the next match is a Tornado Trios match. Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus the Dogs. I predict there's going to be lots of hardcore spots in this match because it's Darby Allin and it's the Dogs. I would have to probably go with Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin winning the match. The Dogs won on this past Dynamite, so yeah, so I can see them coming out on top of that match. And then next up, they got the 20-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW National Championship. I mean, I don't think, has Ricochet even done anything with the title since he got it? Like, they got too many titles that they don't know what to do with. And, yeah. I'm just going to go on a limb because I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just going to predict that Bobby Lashley will come back and win the Battle Royal and get the title from him. and then that will start the Ricochet and Bobby Lashley feud again. Unless if they have Ricochet retain the title, I mean, I don't think he's defending that title once, so if he lost the title like right away, it would kind of, without defense, it would kind of make the title look kind of silly, you know. But yeah, they got way too much titles, and you gotta forget he has the title. And then next up was, well, the next match I got is Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir. Everybody banned from ringside. Well, I mean, Toni Storm has been kind of been treated like a mid-carder. She was like a main event up there, and now she's kind of seems to go back down to mid-card. Marina Shafir is booked like a killer when it comes to Jon Moxley's, when she's with Jon Moxley's group, but she hasn't been booked as a killer in singles competition, so I have to say Toni Storm's going to win the match. Just because I don't see Toni Storm losing. I mean, she could, but yeah, it's just, I'll just stick with Toni Storm. And I don't know if these matches are actually going to be in this right order, but the first match they got on the actual show is Swerve Strickland versus Brody King. I predict this match will be an amazing match. I like the feud so far in this match. Like it's yeah, it's telling. Yeah, they've been really good on the mics. I would have to say Swerve Strickland's gonna win, just because Swerve just turned heel and he's been booked like a killer, and yeah, Brody King. And Brody King's been really good too, but I mean, if he loses to Swerve, it won't hurt him. He'll still be over. But yeah, Brody's been a good singles competitor. Has been good on his own. But yeah, I mean, you can go either way, because AEW matches you can never predict, because you can go either way. But I'm gonna say Swerve Strickland's gonna win. The next match is Bandito versus Andrade El Idolo. I think this match would be a great match as well. I can see Andrade getting the win. So because they've been pushing him for a world title shot, so I don't think they want him to lose, so I'll go with Andrade. And then next up, they got the AEW World Trios Championships. Don Callis family versus Mystico and Jet Speed. So, this match is basically like a rematch, but without Hangman Page in it. Because before it was Jet Speed and Hangman in the match, but now it's going to be Mystico and Jet Speed versus Don Callis family. Yeah, I don't see the Don Callis family. At least they're actually defending the titles. But I don't see them losing the title after they just got them, so I'm going to go with the Don Callis family. I need to figure out how to do like check marks and like numbers and then when I do the prediction. So, as I was saying earlier about the Willow Nightingale being on pre-show, Well, they are in a tag team match. Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron versus Megan Bayne and Leela Cross. So Cross is actually wrestling twice now too. It's good to see actually Willow Nightingale in the main roster, as I was saying earlier. But unfortunately, I put like the outcome is probably going to be Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. They're probably going to come out victorious because I think that was the plan with Penelope. Unless they wait for Penelope Ford to come back, because originally it was Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, but she got injured and she might be out for a while. So, well, you know what the heck? I'll go with the Babes of Wrath. My favorite tag team, the Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. They work good together as a tag team. Um, and Harley is good at what she does. They were Willow, and they have been pushing Megan Bayne too and Leela Cross, but if it was Penelope Ford, it would probably be a different outcome. But it is. I'm not sure what the plan is. But I don't want the Babes of Wrath to lose their titles yet. It just felt like they just got the titles. And yeah, they work good together as a tag team. So I'll go with the Babes of Wrath. And the next up is a AEW Continental Championship. No time limit. Jon Moxley versus Tachechka. Oh. Jon Moxley will win. And next up, it's FTR versus the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. Again, well, it seems like FTR just got those titles. So, and I'm sure there'll probably be outside interference with Tommaso Ciampa. I would have to say FTR is gonna probably retain, but it could go, like all these matches could go either way. And then the next match is Thekla versus Chris Statlander, 2 out of 3 falls. So, I mean, as much as I like Chris Statlander, I think Thekla's going to win. I don't think they'll just have Thekla lose the title that quick. And I was quite skeptical when, I was hoping Chris Statlander would have a longer title reign. Like, what would have made this match better is if Chris Statlander would have held on to the title until then, and then Chris Statlander defends the title against Thekla in the 2 out of 3 falls match at this pay-per-view. That probably would have made it more memorable, but they did it this way. So, Thekla has been, Thekla's been growing on me. Like, I'm actually becoming a fan of Thekla. And her promo ability is good, her wrestling's good, and yeah, I mean, Chris Statlander has been is an AEW original. Yeah, she's come a long way, but yeah, I would say Thekla is coming up. And I think it's going to be, I think Chris Statlander will get the win, and Thekla will get the win, and then Thekla will get another win to win the match. I'm not sure what kind of 2 out of 3 falls match, what kind of stipulations they're going to have. So, and then now it is the main event. Hangman Page versus MJF. This Texas Death Match, the stipulation. If Hangman loses, he cannot challenge for the title again. I'm not a big fan of this stipulation because they did that with Cody, and well, Cody left. But I mean, Hangman Page is one of the biggest stars, and I mean, you don't need to necessarily have a title to be over and to be great, but to handicap him without that opportunity, I don't know. I'm gonna predict that this match is gonna be insane too. Like last year, Evolution was MJF and Hangman too. But I don't know who's gonna win. I literally don't know. Because I don't. Because I can see. Because I mean, if MJF loses, he has a short title reign. But then again, if Hangman loses, he can't challenge for that title again. Unless if they have like some kind of stipulation. Unless if they try to do something to get out of that stipulation. But you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm going to predict that MJF will win. MJF will win and cause heat with the crowd, and it will cause a big shock factor because it'll be unexpected. And this won't hurt Hangman. Like either way, he's had the world title like twice now, I think. So, but you don't need a world title to be over, to be a star. But yeah, this pay-per-view is going to be insane. And like these pay-per-views go to like 11, 11:30, depending on how tired I am. I might do a watch along. I mean, I can always do a watch along in the morning too. I can make it something, but yeah. But yeah, AEW is gonna have good pay-per-views like they usually do, and yeah. I wish there was more stories in these rivalries, like the MJF and Hangman. They have a good story. Um, Young Bucks. And yeah, and again, the maybe more matches added tonight on Collision. I mean, they already got like a good stack of matches. I don't like the picture they used for Willow Nightingale for the Babes for the tag team one. But yeah, that's your AEW card. That's your AEW Revolution card, and those are my predictions. We'll see how many predictions I get right and how many I get wrong. But until then, I will see you in the next video. I may do one later on today with gaming, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.